Guys, we're going to get started. Hi, everyone. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to be on here with us tonight. My name is Brittany Sauer. I am an SED with Monate Global. And one of my favorite parts about this business and this industry is that it has allowed me to work with all of my best friends. And one of them's on here with me tonight. Hi, Denise.
Hi, Britt.
But you guys, Denise and I lived together in New York City for over 4 years, and I cannot tell you how many times we would stay up at night after we got home from our corporate jobs and dream about ways that we could get out of corporate America, live a dream life of traveling and entrepreneurship and financial freedom. And I didn't know if that would ever really be possible for us. At the time I was working in corporate America, like I said, I thought I was in my dream job. You know, I went to school for this. I was a buyer, which was like, I love clothes and I love fashion. And I'm like, this is what I definitely want to do with my life. And, you know, after a couple years, I realized I was overworked, I was underpaid, and I was looking around me at everyone at work that was like above me, like the jobs that I would be promoting into, and nobody was happy. Okay. I was scared to even ask for a day of PTO off that I actually earned, you know, and that for me was like the worst feeling. I am a hustler. I've been a hustler since I was old enough to work. I love to work. It's not that I'm lazy, but I also value happiness as much as I value hard work, you know, and realizing that no one else was happy made me realize that, you know, this probably isn't going to be my forever home. And right around that same time, I was presented with this opportunity. And I said no to even hearing about it like 100 times, more times than I would like to admit, seriously. Don't ask me why. But, you know, we are going to kind of talk through tonight some of the reasons why I was so skeptical and what the last 2.5 years on this journey has looked like for both Denise and I. So Denise, why don't you tell everyone a little bit about who we are, what sets us apart in the beauty industry and in the direct sales industry right now?
Yeah. Okay. So, you know, I know that you guys have probably seen this trend on social media of girls working from Wi-Fi, boss babes, be your own boss. And that's exactly what this company has allowed us to do. You know, I was actually in the digital media world before this, but really had no knowledge of the beauty industry or sales. And I always loved, you know, to use social media, but never really knew how to utilize it to make an income. So I always had to like kind of work for somebody else. And, you know, 2 years later with this opportunity, it allowed me to not only leave corporate, but travel through Southeast Asia, you know, move from New York City to LA without having to kind of really worry about, well, I have to find a job first. Or which is like, you know, most of us think I need to save money in order to just make such a big move. So that being said, who are we? We are Monate. Monate stands for Modern Nature. It's because our products bring together the best of... Oh, what's happening? That shouldn't happen.
It's okay.
Okay, so Monate, guys, Modern Nature, that's what it stands for because our products bring together the best of both science and nature. Up until September, we were strictly just hair care. And, you know, if you don't already know, we are the #1 fastest growing hair care company in the world. We've also expanded now into the skincare industry. And it's been honestly such a surreal experience, guys. We sold $4 million in 36 hours. That really speaks to the power of social selling. Both, you know, the hair care and the skincare meet the European standards, which to me, I don't know if you guys know, and we don't need to get into it, but if you Google it, you'll see how strict it is. And we're vegan, gluten-free, and paraben and sulfate-free, which, by the way, none of that stuff really mattered to me before I realized how terrible it was. But the fact that we are approved there without changing any ingredient says a lot about the brand itself.
100%. I agree with that. And, you know, guys, we were the first company to bring anti-aging hair care products to market, which is cool. You know, a lot of people ask me sometimes, like, what does anti-aging hair care mean? Because a lot of people still haven't even heard about it, which is good for us. You know, that's a lot of potential for growth. But basically, the science behind our products is our patented Rejuvenate oil, which I have right here. I just put this on my lips before this call. But this oil, guys, is what's in all of our shampoos. And it's a patented oil that's able to penetrate all the levels of the hair. And it can start reversing damage from the inside out. So that's really the anti-aging aspect of this line. A lot of people are familiar with Moroccan oil, coconut oil, argan oil, okay? Those are typical oils that you'll find in hair care, and they coat the top layer of your hair. When you wash it off, the product comes off, and your hair is right back to square one. With our products, because of this, as it's working its way from the inside out, say for an example, you went on a vacation and you'd been using our products for a couple of weeks, and you go on vacation and you forget your products, right? You use whatever is in the hotel, your hair is not going to be as crazy as it typically would be because that damage has been being reversed. So that's the whole science behind this. And for me, reputation is everything. And that's why I feel so confident putting my name on this brand, because the products are safe and they actually do what they say they're going to do. There's a lot of naturally based products on the market in both skin and hair that I've tried in the past. And I was like, yeah, this is great. They're safe products, but they don't work, you know? So I love that our products work. And everything's backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. So I also love that the company stands behind their products like that. You can use them for 30 days. You can be unhappy if you were, and to send back your empty bottles and get a full refund. And even with that 30-day money-back guarantee, we still have less than a 1% return rate. But I kind of want to talk, that's a lot about the products, but I want to talk more about the business because I know that that's what you guys are here to talk about tonight. Denise and I were both skeptics before we joined this company, and we had a million excuses, like I said before. So Denise, why don't you tell me what your biggest excuse was?
Oh man, I had so many. I would say my first one was time. I honestly didn't think I was going to have enough time to take something else on because I was working such crazy hours in the advertising world and I was freelancing. So I told Brittany that I would not have enough time ever for this.
And a lot of people say this. I said this too. And the truth is that nobody has time. So when you say you don't have time, you're right. But we make the time, okay? The same way that you make the time to go to the gym, you're gonna make the time to work this business. And sometimes that means sacrifice. So maybe you're gonna give up watching Netflix during the week. Maybe you're gonna give up day drinking on a Saturday. Maybe you're gonna give up aimlessly scrolling on Instagram and Facebook, you know, to do something for you, to do something for your future, to build an empire. So you're right, you don't have time, but we can all make the time.
And speaking of time, I feel like another thing that I said to you, I remember is like, you know, I just don't know if it's the right time because, you know, I have this going on or I'm going on this trip. And that's another one that I think a lot of people say.
Yes, everyone, like most people seriously will say it's not the right time, right? And with that one, I just think that you're never going to feel 100% ready, right? And the beauty of this is that you can earn while you learn. A lot of people say one day, you know, one day I'm going to lose weight. One day I'm going to take that trip I've always wanted to take. One day I'm going to get out of this job. One day I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. It's like, let's stop saying one day and make today day one.
I love that. It's so true. Well, are we keeping this up? Because I'm going to say the other thing that I think I often hear, which I've also said to you, is I don't have any sales experience. I'm not going to be good at sales. I've never done anything like this.
We're so annoying. But guys, when other people say that to me, I say, perfect, because we're not salespeople. I used to be a buyer. People used to sell me all day long. I'm like, oh my God, I hate salespeople. people, I don't want you. If you're in sales, that's great. If you're not in sales, we are sharing, guys. We use products that we like and we share them. All right. So if you're willing to come into this with no experience and no knowledge and be coachable and have a hunger in you and be willing to learn, you can and you will be successful. Sometimes people say to me, you know, sorry, my hair is so long that it's literally getting stuck everywhere. Sometimes people say to me, like, oh, I've known someone who tried something like this and it didn't work out for them, right? Like everyone knows someone that's tried something in the past, or it's like my aunt's friend's cousin, whatever, tried something like this. And with that, I always tell people this is so similar to the gym, right? Some people sign up for the gym and they get a six-pack. Some people sign up for the gym and they pay monthly every single month and never go to the gym. It's not the gym, it's you. So if you want this, you can 100% be successful with this. If you got any new job tomorrow, I don't care where you went. If you got a new job at Starbucks tomorrow, you wouldn't know what to do. They would have to train you. They would have to teach you. And that's the same exact thing that we're going to do for you here.
Yep. Well, we might as well cover the one other most thing that people ask us, which is like something that, you know, we questioned ourselves too. Is this a pyramid scheme?
Oh, I love that one. Such a good one. Question everyone wants to know, is this a pyramid scheme? No, you guys, this is not a pyramid scheme, okay? Number one, pyramid schemes are illegal. So I don't think that we'd be blasting that all over Instagram and Facebook. When you come into this, you are a 1099 small business owner. That's how we pay our taxes on all the income that we make. And the other thing with a pyramid scheme is that you are not stuck under anybody. So for example, I brought Denise into this business. She's not stuck under me. I don't necessarily make more money than her. She can hit higher ranks than me. She can go on more trips than me. It's her business. You know, she can do whatever she wants to do with it. I can do whatever I want to do with it. The person that brings you into this business is your mentor. They're going to help show you the ropes. They're going to help give you information. But at the end of the day, your success is all on you.
Yep.
What else?
I don't know. I can't really think of anything else. I feel like those are like the basics of what people kind of bring up, which is like, I feel like that's what we brought up. So I totally can relate. But yeah, I think those are it.
I feel like a lot of the time people also want to know, like, how do you guys make so much money? How do you guys all drive free Cadillacs? Because in case you guys didn't know, we have a Cadillac program, and Denise and I both drive the white Cadillacs. We have like a couple hundred of them on this team already. How do you guys go on all these free trips all over the world? And, you know, the best way I can explain it to you is this. Think about, for example, like L'Oreal or Revlon, right? How much money do those big companies spend a year on marketing, advertising, and sales? Okay. Our company doesn't pay any of that, guys. They don't pay for commercials. They don't pay for magazines, models, hair, makeup, PTO, health insurance, the buying offices in New York. Like, think about all of that money that those big companies spend. Our company doesn't pay any of that, guys. That's what we get paid to do. And that's why we get compensated so well. So my biggest takeaway for you guys tonight is don't be closed-minded to a different business model, okay? This is the way that things are going to continue to move. I used to be in retail, like I said before, and we're seeing it all over the place, how stores are closing, you know, Forever 21 and like my other favorite store, Topshop and LF, and all these retailers are closing. Things are moving online. And just an example that I can give to that is like, think about Kylie Jenner for a second. Lover or hater, right? She utilized her social media and her brand, her personal brand, to build an empire. She's a billionaire. She could have sold those lip kits at Sephora or Ulta, but she cut out the middle man, right? And she took all the money for herself. So that's what our company has done. It just cut out the middleman, and it knows that person-to-person selling, social media, Instagram, bloggers, all this kind of stuff is the way that our generation really wants to shop. So with that being said, we are definitely not the first ones that ever came up with shampoo and conditioner, or skincare for that matter. But, you know, if you think about it, like how Apple, right? Apple wasn't the first ones that invented the cell phone, but when they brought the iPhone to market, it revolutionized an industry. And that's really what our company has done with the hair industry. And that's what we're about to do with the skincare industry as well.
Well, speaking of Apple, I feel like we can't not talk about this. You know, imagine if you guys.
Hear you, Denise.
You can't hear me?
Oh, yeah, I hear you. Sorry.
Oh, woof.
Sorry.
I was saying, speaking of Apple, imagine if you guys bought a share with Apple back in the 90s before it blew up. Well, you don't have to. Our company actually relaunched our founders pool. Basically, you know, you're going to get free money from our company when you sign within I believe 50 days left in the year. This does end at the end of the year. But, you know, as Brittany was talking about timing of things, we just talked about this. I can confidently say you guys are in the right place and the right time tonight. You know, we have until the end of the year to lock your spot, to become a shareholder. That's free money that you're going to get paid 4 times a year for the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. I mean, for me, you know, you can also think like, why start now? Why not, you know, I can decide on this in 30 days. For me, I think about how much fun this has been for me and how great it's been for me working with my friends, that I would want to get my friends in on this so they can also benefit from the founders pool. I just think that there's like so much opportunity. And other than that too, guys, you know, they always talk about to always work with a company, join with a company when there's global expansion. We're in the US, UK, and Canada, and we just expanded to Poland and Ireland. I feel like there is no better time. This is such a good time. And, you know, I don't know, there's just so much good happening right now that I can't even, I mean, Brittany, is there anything else that I'm forgetting? Because I feel like the founders pool has been just like something that's been blowing up so much.
Yeah, definitely the founders pool. And I was just reading through all the comments on here while you were talking, and you know, the girls are bringing up a great point, guys. We get paid 5 times a month, you know, so every single Friday and on the 15th of the month. And I just want to like really bring this point home to you guys, is that this company, what it's done for me more than anything else is it gave me choices, right? Mm-hmm. That extra income gave me choices. I was able to leave the corporate world, you know, I was able to live the life that I always wanted to live. And this is for everyone. When I tell you that I work with and successfully work with moms, nurses, teachers, corporate girls, you know, the whole entire spectrum of people that were like me and want out of their jobs. And then on the other end of the spectrum, I have the teachers and nurses who love their jobs and they simply just don't get paid enough. And then I have the moms or the stay-at-home moms who are like, I'm looking for something for me. You know, I lost some part of myself that I want to gain back in this, or I want to be able to contribute to my family in a way that I couldn't before. So we're paid very, very well. And the community is everything. You know, I know that this isn't a team call, but I'm just going to go out there and say it. You know, you are the average of the 5 people that you surround yourself with. Mm-hmm. Okay. So in this community, I'm surrounded by people who want more out of life and who are pushing me to want more and to do more and to really step into that light that I know that I was made for. If you ever told me 2.5 years ago, oh, you're going to be on these calls, you know, talking to all these girls about, I would have never believed it, you know, but no one ever wants to step out of their comfort zone. All those excuses that we talked about before, it's because we want to stay where we're safe. So it's not the right time. I don't have the money. I'm not interested. But if you can take one step out of your comfort zone every single day, you're going to be all the way over there in a year from now. You know, I'm not asking you to jump from here to there. I'm just asking you to take one step at a time, and we're going to be there with you every single step of the way. So, Denise, what about getting started? What are the next steps for these girls that are interested tonight?
Okay, so to get started, you guys, we obviously have to have the products and, to get our business going. So we all purchase a product pack, which, I want you guys to know there's a couple of options. There is an option with the $199 kit that only comes with one shampoo and conditioner. There's another option that's a $349 kit that comes with a couple more shampoos. It's still, neither one of them come with the skincare. The $349 has the two options that does have two of our products in the skincare. Majority of the time, most people go either with the $599 or the $799. And here's why. Just really quickly, the more products you have in your hands when you get started with this business, it's going to help you so much more when you're talking about the products. I feel like what ended up happening for me, for instance, was, I bought the kit, but I didn't get the most. So then I ended up wanting to buy everything else because I wanted to be able to talk about it through my own, my own lingo and be able to try it on myself. And also I think it's great because you can try it on your friends. I'm telling you, it's the right investment that you make. No matter what you do, no matter which kit you do decide to go with, that is what we start out with. So once you choose your kit, then you're going to name your website, and then you're really all set up. And then the next steps are really just getting introduced to the girls, and your trainings begin. And by trainings, I mean, honestly, we have calls like this all the time. And it's not like your typical, business meeting. You sit down and you fall asleep, because I can tell you in so many meetings, I wanted to fall asleep. It's the meetings that we go on, and we kind of pump each other up and go over fun things that are happening for the month or the next free trip or whatever the case is. So yeah, that's really, maybe Brittany, do you want to kind of go over, because I know a lot of people ask this.
I have nothing else to say. Sorry, I'm going to let you guys off here in like 2 minutes, but like I said before, I was the biggest negative Nancy about this whole industry. And I'm like, why do I have to pay to be a part of this company? Like, what? And a lot of people say this still to me. And now I get it. Obviously, I've been in it for a long time. But this is not a job. This is a business. All right? So if you were going to go open up a coffee shop tomorrow, you're going to have to buy the coffee in order to sell it. We don't buy and sell inventory here. So I'm not going to buy this oil and then sell it to you, which is great. The products that you buy are strictly for you to use on yourself. I want you guys touching, smelling, feeling, seeing results in your hair. I want you guys to have that experience that you'll be able to share with other people. So that's the reason that you have to invest in the products. But with that being said, this is a one-time investment. There are no monthly fees in this business. I get asked that often. Is there a monthly fee? Is there a monthly quota I have to hit with sales? What happens if I sign up and I don't want to do it? Nothing, you'll just have the products for yourself to use.
Yeah.
We don't buy and sell, like I said before. So say I was talking to Denise and I wanted to buy a shampoo from her. I go directly on her website. I buy the shampoo from her website, and the company ships it out of Miami, Florida to me. And then Denise would make her commission off of that. So you don't have to worry about shipping, handling. The company takes care of all of that for us. And then, like I said before, we get paid every Friday and on the 15th of the month. But yeah, I think I'm trying to look through all the questions on here. Yes, your business kit is a write-off for you since it's part of your business.
I do want to answer one that I saw. I saw someone ask, how do I hit founder? And just to really quickly give you guys, there's 10, ways that you can get promoted in this business. And it's the 6th rank in the company, and you have a full year. And it's also the same one that you hit when you qualify for your car. People do it in 3 months. People do it in 6 months. A year is just plenty of time. And then you become founder, and your next paycheck is in the quarterly check that you would receive. So
yeah. Exactly.
It's pretty amazing.
I just want to close this up by saying, guys, if you're on here tonight and you're like, I really don't have the $199, or I really don't have the $350, or I really don't have the money to get this business kit, you know what? Don't get your nails done this month. Don't buy Starbucks this month. Don't buy lunch out when you're at work this month. Make those small sacrifices for yourself because I'm telling you, you deserve to be able to spend $200 or $300 or $600 on yourself and not be stressed out. And if you're feeling like that right now, your whole life can look completely different in 1 year from now. It can look completely different in 3 months from now, you know, but take the chance on yourself, bet on yourself. We're going to be there to help you guys every single step of the way. This company is awesome. And I'm excited to see so many of you guys on our next training call. So get with the person that brought you on to this call tonight, and they can answer all the other questions that you might have. And we will see you guys soon.
Thank you guys for coming on. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.